welcome to my channel again. In today's video I'm going to walk you through the options and differences between Wix and Editor X. Okay, let's get started. So first, when you log in into your Wix account, you can see the list of your websites here and your username on the right. Here you can create different folders for your projects, and here is the option for creating a new website. This is the prompt where you can choose to create a traditional traditional Wix website or Editor X website. I'm going to choose for today's purpose Editor X. And we have here. If this is your first time encountering Editor X, I would recommend you to watch the intro. Also visit the Academy and see what is the difference between Editor X and Wix in depth and why it's so much different. Here you have the types of templates, and this is one of the main difference. For Editor X, here you have a different types of templates based on the functionalities that those templates offer. This is one of the difference between the two editors. Here you can see that each template has a different elements, and we can explore all the templates. You can see they're listed here below the name of the type of company that can use the different templates. So you can view all of the templates on your own. Another option here, you have also wireframes or the skeleton of your website that you can choose created already from the Editor X designers. You can choose what you would like to have as a base. Like, as I said, here are listed different things that you might want to have for sure in your websites. For today's purpose, just to demonstrate what are the differences between the two platforms, I'm going to choose this template. So, as you noticed, Editor X has only probably around 28, if I'm not mistaken, templates, where Wix has more than 800 templates corresponding to the functionality of Wix traditional editor. And that is one of the main difference between the templates, the count. Also, the second difference between the two platforms is the responsiveness. If you are aware with the Wix layout, you know that here is available only two breakpoints, one for desktop and one for mobile. But here in Editor X we have three breakpoints, like primary one for desktop, tablet and mobile. These are by default. And another extra opportunity for customizing your web design is adding additional breakpoint by your choice and preferences here. And one of the greatest additions to the responsiveness of Editor X, by my opinion, is the addition of the drag handles, where you can see the fluid content of your website and how it behaves. Also, all the different rearrangements that happens in between breakpoints, pixel by pixel. Another difference between Editor X and Wix is that with Editor X, because it's orientated to more advanced users and those that have already experience in web design, you can invite people to collaborate with you on your website and projects with the function invite here on the right, as you can see, and edit and make changes in real life with your collaborators. One thing to mention is to have a really good connection while you're doing that, because it is an online platform that you use, and the bandwidth is really important during such changes. Sometimes it happens that you will get crashes and errors during your editing, but as you can see, some of the most important changes are saved automatically in the browser. Another thing to remember is to change and rename your site history versions. How you can do that is go on site history, and here you can edit all the versions of your website that you have agreed upon with your colleagues. For example, the last version that we created now, we didn't do any changes, but for keeping it consistent and safe, if something happens, we can always go back to that version of the website once we have decided that we like the previous version. For example, we can here make it like final edit for 12th of September 2022, and this one can be initial concept, and this one will be Editor X template version. And here you can already toggle between which one you would like, also make one of them favorite, and play with the different versions of your website. Remember that when you restore a website, some of the things would come automatically restore, but some of them might not. So be careful and read all the information that is available in Editor X thoroughly before you make any change. Another great way to collaborate with your colleagues while you are creating your stunning website is to choose an object in your design and use the comment option, where here on the right, I hope you can see, you can type your comment, attached files from your computer or different social media. Also, you can format the text and mention with the @ symbol which one of your participants and colleagues you want to include in that specific change. For example, here we would like to invite the copywriter of the company and say, please make sure to change all the button text to something more marketing friendly and something that will convert more users, for example. Another great feature is the CSS grid. As you can see, here is represented as container. You can also manage the layout of the CSS grid here to choose how many rows and columns you would like to have, and also customize them here if you don't find any of the examples fitting for your design. You can manually adjust the gaps. Also, there is an option you can drag and change the difference of sizes of specific cells. You can also choose where your content to be positioned, only in one column and row, or maybe split between two of them in the same time, or three. With the shift you can select which ones you would like to have and use for your designs. For our example, it was working only when it was on the last three. CSS grid is really useful and helpful feature that help us create a really well organized designs. You have also available a docking system where you can see these elements to which sides of the container it belongs. Here also you can see the hierarchy of the elements. The button belongs to the container and the parent of the container is the section. And in this situation, the button belongs to the container and it will stick to the container's left and bottom. Here you have the margins that you can adjust as well. Another way that Editor X is different than Wix is the dev mode, where you can adjust your JavaScript and CSS code for every single page directly in the browser. And another important information for the web developers out there is that Editor X also provides you with Node.js server where you can test your JavaScript content, especially if you want to create a dynamic pages and content. Another difference between Editor X and Wix is that not all apps available in the app market are compatible with Editor X, and you have to have that in mind when you're purchasing different apps. Make sure you have a good background check of every single app that you choose to implement into your Editor X website, and make sure that they're compatible. Performance is also a difference between Editor X and Wix, because on Editor X you can create very customizable designs, as you can see, and you can adjust every single element to your liking with the inspector. But in Wix it's more of a simple and easy to understand, also user-friendly interface, and much more minimalistic, I would say. As you might have guessed, the pricing range between Editor X websites and traditional Wix websites is also different. Since Editor X is much more customizable, more advanced, of course the price is much higher for having and maintaining a website on the platform, but as well you get a 1 year free plan, and of course you can remove the ads with upgrade. One great option that Wix had before was to transition your simple Wix website to Editor X with click of a button. I hope this function will be usable very soon again. This is how I transferred my portfolio that I created in Wix to Editor X. Of course, the design was not 100% replicated in Editor X, but I would say 95% of the design was transferred successfully, and I didn't lose any elements. I hope this function is soon available for all users. So yes, thank you for watching. I hope this video was useful for you and informative. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you for your time. Bye, and see you in the next one.